Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 57. We'll see Matt Corral and the Carolina Panthers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember that Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for the Carolina Panthers, they make their third visit to the Super Bowl in team history.
Let's go back to Super Bowl 38 in Houston, 2004. Hung tight with the Patriots, lost by a field goal out of Vinatieri, putting it through the pipes. They lose 32-29. Second visit wasn't quite as close. That was Super Bowl 50 in Santa Clara, and the Broncos just ran over them on defense. In that one, that was a tough loss for them, 24-10. But this team, they have a different look to them. This team looks like that they are focused, composed, and ready to win.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But, Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Walker. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Walker looking to throw on fourth down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
We've seen Lamar Jackson dance all over defenses throughout the regular season, but this is the first time we've seen him stepping up to the Super Bowl spotlight. You always thought you'd see him get here at some point. In fact, on draft night, he told us he was bringing a Super Bowl to Baltimore.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Walker. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 73 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Walker. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 64 yards. And the Ravens are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Hubbard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That second down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Jackson now. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here now, Roberts. Look at the spin. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Panthers about ready to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd win.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here. In this third quarter. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Come on. Hey,
they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And quickly they get to the line. On the ground with a tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On the give, this is their fullback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci taking it in from the 20. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away. And
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And they go play action. Here's Walker. And that one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, Walker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.